Okay, everybody. We're going to be going over a video that has gone pretty viral on Reddit. This has 12.6 thousand upvotes, but has since been removed by the moderators of the subreddit it was posted on, at least in this case, r/there was an attempt. And this post has since been removed due to the context that came out following this video going viral and the overwhelmingly misguided reaction the internet had to it. Now, I don't want to give too many spoilers to the big surprise that's going to come towards the end of this segment, but I'm going to give you guys a little background. Since, like, 2011, I would say, but really it started to blow up during the Gamergate era, there has been a trend of internet videos, mostly popular with young, misogynistic men, centered around catching women on camera, threatening to lie to the police about a guy that they're fighting with, like raping them or assaulting them. It became a really big trend. Like, oh my god, look how common it is for these women to do this. These ones have been caught on video, but imagine how many of them are doing it without being caught. How many men are rotting in prison because a woman didn't like their attitude or whatever, right? These videos were very prevalent back then. And while they're not as popular now, though trust me, they're around, I feel like the cultural impact of that trend of content has left a permanent scar on a lot of, like, internet users, making them constantly afraid that any given accusation of abuse or rape or sexual assault could just be some manipulative, evil woman's attempt to destroy a man's life. Now, does that happen? Yes. However, I don't think it happens as often as people feel like it does. And you may be able to think of tons of examples where you think it happened, but let's take a look at this video that went viral. It's been dubbed the Wi-Fi Girl video. And I want you guys to make your own opinion. If you already know the background behind this video, please do not spoil it and say anything in chat. But I want you to watch this video and to make your own opinion on this girl, the guy in the video, and their argument. I will let you guys make your own opinion, and then we'll move on to the second part of this video. Let's watch.
I'm telling you now. All right, so I'm trying to move, please.
It wasn't bedtime, and I was
trying to leave, please.
Sleeping in the bed with me.
I'm trying.
I didn't say that. What's the Wi-Fi password? What's the Wi-Fi password, Joe? What's the Wi-Fi password? What's the Wi-Fi password? You really want me to call the cops for this?
Go for
Wi-Fi?
it. Go for it. What are they gonna do? They're gonna laugh at
You're
you.
an abusive narcissist.
I'm not doing anything.
Raped me.
I haven't done anything.
Yep, you've done everything.
I haven't done anything.
Probably touched my kids too.
I haven't done anything.
Yep.
Oh wow. Please say that. Please say that.
What? You've probably touched my kids, and I need to protect them, and that's why we're getting out.
Perfect. I'm glad you think that because you want to protect them because you're the mom life, right? You're the mom bear, right?
I'm the mom.
So then why are you still here if I'm such a threat?
Leaving. That's why I don't.
Oh, in 23 days. If anybody touched my children, I'm pretty sure they'd either be dead or fucking.
So do you want to die?
Yeah, good. Then that's right there. Good.
Okay.
Good.
So Joseph.
So yeah, exactly. You're such a contradicted
What's
lying
the
bitch.
Wi-Fi password?
It's funny. Thank you.
You legit agreed to not sleep in the bed as long as I didn't fight with you, which is okay. I didn't have anything for you to fight about at all. Like I was fucking.
No, that's the thing though. We agreed. No fighting. I sleep no bed. There's no fucking caveat to that.
This is not fake.
Right. Okay. But
Cool.
now you.
Oh, but now.
This is 100 million% confirmed real.
Oh, okay.
I wake up to fucking the Wi-Fi being off. No warning. Nothing. So I don't know why over this stupid shit that you want to end the peace that we have.
Sure.
And this is what you want to do with the fucking
What
Wi-Fi.
peace? I have.
You get a divorce. You get a non-messy divorce,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
There you go.
Okay.
But apparently we're not doing that anymore, right? Is that
If you say
is
so.
an agreement that we're not doing the peace anymore? So I'm
If
gonna.
you say so, you're the one that
I'm
you're
gonna
the only one. We are the only one that's still fucking breaking your word.
I'm gonna call this Lisa Battles, family advocate person.
Go for it.
He did change the Wi-Fi
yeah,
password.
Military spousal support is not a state thing; it's a
I know.
actual thing.
It's a federal thing, and since you have more money than I do, I would have bet you anything. And we haven't been married for more than a year, So, whatever you say.
That's funny because...
Go ahead, Samantha. Do your research. Threaten me however you want. Do what you have to. I don't have to hear it. Just,
All
if you
I
want
want
to
is the Wi-Fi password.
do what you have to do.
All I want is the fucking Wi-Fi password.
Okay, that's fine.
So give me the fucking Wi-Fi
So are you gonna leave me? Are you gonna leave me on? I'm about to get naked here. I don't feel fucking comfortable with you being
That's
here.
unfortunate, right? Because
So I will call the cops for fucking sexual harassment.
How? Seriously?
Yeah.
Let's play ball.
Okay.
So, as many of you could probably imagine, the overwhelming reaction from the internet is that this girl is crazy and is insane, and she's threatening to call the police and accuse her, I guess, ex-husband, I guess separated is what I imagine they are, to claim that he raped her and molested their children because he wouldn't give her the Wi-Fi password that he changed. Which, granted, is a dick move, but holy f***, what a reaction, right? And I've seen some people in chat saying this person is clinically insane, like in YouTube chat, and many people in website chat probably got that same, that same vibe, right? This may remind some of you of a story that hit the news and was very, very big news a couple years ago. The Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. You see, when all that stuff first came out, I was leaning more on the side of there was probably a mutually toxic, mutually abusive relationship going on, but upon looking into it further, especially with the entire trial and all the evidence being out, well, not all of it, but much more of the evidence being out, more came out after the trial too, I realized very quickly that I am quite certain that Johnny Depp was the instigator, the one who started the abuse, and that the things that she was getting shit for were reactions to the abuse she was receiving, which is not a perfect way to behave, but I don't expect anybody to be a perfect abuse victim. So, that said, a good example of how our perspectives of the Johnny Depp-Amber Heard trial were warped is the following. This one really sticks with me. Many of you have heard the pretty well verified claim that Amber Heard had taken a shit on Johnny Depp's bed. The testimony to this claim was a female police officer that had been called to the apartment or house or whatever that they were in at the time and claimed to have seen a human-sized shit on their bed. Here's the thing, though. And, obviously the people who hate Amber Heard, they run with this like it's absolute truth, right? Like, this is a verifiable source, this police officer. What she says is true, and we 100% believe uncritically that Amber Heard shit on Johnny Depp's bed. No, like, a shit the size that a human would take, not a dog-sized shit like she did claim in court that it was the dog's poop, but it was too big to be a Yorkie's poop, according to the police officer. So, with that said, the same police officer also reported that Amber Heard had a big bruise around her eye, and a cut on her lip too, I believe, and maybe one on her cheek as well when she came to the door. Very poorly attempted to be covered up with makeup. So, the same source has claimed the thing that people have ran with like it's gospel that is bad about Amber Heard, and yet they deny the same person's claim that makes Johnny Depp look bad. It is a very clear bias. Everybody wanted Johnny Depp to be in the right.
All right, so
Okay, so apparently clicking off of a Reddit video makes it autoplay again. That's good design. The internet has gotten so much better these days, hasn't it, chat? Yeah, like, it was a very clear twisting of the narrative that happened there. At least on the side of... I definitely expect a clear twisting of the narrative from Johnny Depp and his fucking ruthless demon of a lawyer. Oh my god. She could crush me, but also his lawyer, that what was her name? Camille or something like that? I forget what her name was, but it was like she was a really fucking good attorney. If you watched the, you could see she was ruthless. You can tell from the way that she was carrying herself and speaking, she is ruthless. that attorney that Johnny Depp hired. Of course, he could hire a really good attorney. He's got a lot of money. And yeah, it was. I have no doubt that there was some twisting of the truth on the side of both legal teams. However, the pro Johnny Depp side of things just outright warped reality. Just outright warped reality in order to make Johnny Depp seem more innocent than he was. Saul Goodman, if he was a woman entirely unironically, Zan. Like, literally Kim Wexler, if she gave up all of her morals and didn't, like, reform herself. Like, if she went all the way down that rabbit hole. Like, that's literally who that lawyer was. Now, moving on. Here's how I want to relate it back to that viral video. Here's why this has things in common with the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case. Now, one thing I'll also mention in regards to the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case is the blatantly dishonest framing. How many of you saw conservatives and pro-Johnny Depp people talking about the trial as if Johnny Depp loses, he'll go to jail or prison? How many of you guys saw these people talking about it, clearly showing they had no idea that Johnny Depp was suing her to win money for a defamation suit? He was not in any legal trouble. That was him retaliating against her, trying to win money. He only loses money from what he put into that attempt to sue her in that case. So, yeah, it really was just completely dishonestly warped by the pro-Johnny Depp side of the internet. Just like this story was. If you had a negative opinion of the woman in the video we just watched, you're about to feel really guilty. So, I'm about to play a video, or I should say a segment, from a video by a YouTuber named The Dadvocate. Now, this lady has popped up a lot in my YouTube shorts, and I don't think she's like a red-pilled, just pearly things type, but I feel like she could dangerously fall down that path if, like, exposed to the wrong, like, deliberately misrepresented, like, content, I feel, you know? She basically does content about how, like, men get abused too, and men have issues too, and young boys need guidance and that kind of thing, and it's like, but she also says a lot of pretty base progressive stuff in pretty much everything I've watched of hers, so I don't think she's just, like, pandering to the red pill crowd to try to make money. She seems genuine. She does, and she's done actually good, like, sex education videos and videos on consent. I've watched those, and she does seem pretty, like, the advice and the, like, things she says in regards to consent and whatnot are very good. Like, if that's what she's teaching young men, then good, you know? Anyway, she did do something wrong, though. She covered the Wi-Fi girl video and just absolutely dunked on the Wi-Fi girl in that video. Here's the thing, though. The guy in the video who is recording, Joe, was in the Coast Guard. And he was dishonorably discharged from the Coast Guard after 100% by the U.S. government verified texts leaked of him berating and abusing his wife verbally in text, as well as numerous times admitting to physically abusing her. And this had been going on and it is horrific, and it had been going on for years before that video was recorded. He dishonestly and purposefully edited that video and posted it online in order to make her look as insane as possible and to garner the support of the very obvious reaction the internet would have to the slightest implication that a woman would lie to the police about a man committing sexual assault. Yeah, he darvoed her. He literally darvoed her, but to the entire internet. Now, Dadvocate, of course, thankfully made a video correcting this and went over all of the screenshots. I actually couldn't find the screenshots myself. I imagine I could, but I also don't feel like reading them, so I'm going to let her read them instead, because I've seen what the screenshots say. They're horrific, and I don't even want to get clipped reading them, so let's let her do it.
From her ex, Joe.
So, massive content warning. Like, insane, massive content warning, sexual assault and domestic violence.
Oh, green texts are from Samantha, the Wi-Fi mom. Come make me nut in your mouth. You said I could refuse a BJ without any consequences. Sam, you said you'd do whatever. Did you lie? And you said I could tell you no and nothing would happen. Did you lie? No, I did not. Are you...
These were verified by the US government to be real screenshots. They are why he was dishonorably discharged from the Coast Guard, the guy in the video.
Are you going to come make me come or not? Okay, then I didn't lie either. I came down there the first time you told me to. Why does that sound like another threat? Did you make me come in your mouth? You just punched me in the gut and knocked the air out of me. No apology. I'm sorry if that makes it very hard to give you a BJ. You're drunk. You came down and put your mouth on my... and didn't finish. Cool, so I'll find it elsewhere. Wow, so you did lie. There is a consequence if I don't give you a BJ. So did you? I tried even after you hit me, and you continue to treat me like while I'm speaking your... Sorry if that makes it hard. I didn't hit you. You punched me in the gut and knocked the air out of me, and didn't apologize. Are you gonna come suck my... or not? Are you going to apologize for your wrong? It still hurts. Comes my... I wish you were still my friend. Like you said, I can treat you how I like.
You guys need to understand how capable abusers are of warping the narrative. That video gave everybody red flags about that woman. Everybody, when they first watched that video, came out of it thinking that woman was in the wrong. You guys are a little bit more perceptive, but lefties with a intuitive knowledge about domestic abuse are not the majority of the internet by any means. It is very easy for a popular, charismatic figure to lie to to large groups of people like this and manipulate the narrative. All they have to do is make themselves seem like the victim. That's what this guy did. It's what at least Johnny Depp's fan base did with Amber Heard. You can't possibly know all the details and everything that happened behind the scenes. You just can't. It always happens. The bully always plays the victim. That is true. I mean, you can literally go back to, like, getting bullied in school. How many of you guys got bullied for any period of time, and then eventually were like, all right, and you hit them back hard, and they immediately started crying, went to the teacher, and you got in trouble. You never tattled. You never snitched because you're not a bitch, and they couldn't take one punch after they'd be, like, flicking or pinching you, and they go to the teacher and get you in trouble. And they go crying to the teacher.
You lied to me. You don't love me. This isn't love. Come, Mike. I would be doing it, though I don't want to, because I love you. Okay, then you can leave whenever you want. But you don't love me back. Okay, bye. You don't even say otherwise. Is this love? Do you love me? Goodbye. Yes, I do. Then why did you do that? It hurts so bad still. Samantha, come get...
So that this is literally her telling him that she's still in physical pain from him punching her while they were having sex, and his response is to repeatedly say, come down here and suck my cock right now. That's his repeated response. And it gets worse. It gets worse.
Get on your knees and... Mike... That was the hardest...
We're going to read some of the comments on the Reddit video that went viral after we finish these screenshots, so you guys can get, like, a perspective on the backstory and then see what the internet's reaction was not knowing this backstory. And most of the people who found out about this and gave their thoughts will never know this backstory. They never will.
It's ever been. I'm so sad. I can't force you to apologize to me. In all caps, Samantha comes... Mike, is this what love is?
No.
Yes. Have I been thinking wrong about love my whole life? Now come do it. I'm broken. I don't know what this means. I'm assuming he's implying that he's been with more people than he's saying that he has. You said you've only been with 9. That is what life is. I don't want life anymore if this is it. Okay, 5 times. It hurts. This can't be it. Please tell me this isn't how it's always going to be. Okay, if giving your husband a BJ is life-ending, peace emoji. It's my way or the highway. I'm not talking about the BJ. All my exes have given me BJs on command. But you said you've never punched them.
That's just rape? Yeah, this is literally just him being caught in 4K, admitting to rape, and, like, actively, like, doing it partially. Like, the setup to a rape is happening here. Like, just caught in 4K, verified by the U.S. Coast Guard investigating him for his dishonorable discharge. Like, these are not fake. These are not doctored. Like, their phones were searched and their data pulled from the phone company to verify the texts are real. Like, yeah, this is fully legit. Anyway, I'm not going to subject you guys to any more of that. However, what I am going to do is read a couple of the comments on the original Reddit video that went viral. The vast majority of the people who commented on this, of course, did not know, about the background to it. She looks like a Dr. Seuss character. Oh god, this comment made me laugh very loudly and woke my dog up. Take my upvote whilst I apologize to the dog. Take my upvote, hehe, Reddit. Honestly, before I turned on the sound, I could have sworn she was someone's teenage kid that was giving her parents attitude. Love the infantilization. Damn, I thought my last toxic relationship was bad. Seeing shit like this makes me glad I'm single. Some of the stuff you do and say when you fall out can be so petty and pathetic. I find it so hard to stay with people now because the second I see signs of this behavior, I'm off. So many stairs. I guess there were a lot of stairs. If she starts crying and calls the cops and maybe by coincidence bangs her head against the door, parentheses, he will get kicked out of his own house by the police within 20 minutes without judge or court. Happens so many times. 1.1 thousand upvotes. Then he'll spend 5 years in jail before he can go to trial and clear his name. Quote unquote, I'll tell them you raped me, you touched my kids. These f***ing women are evil and there are millions of them out there. She should be jailed just for saying that. Nutter. This kind of thing makes me so sad. How can people get to the point of being this petty and hateful with someone that they used to love? P.S. Does anyone have the Wi-Fi password? Did she wipe her ass with her shirt? Quote, you probably touched my kids. What's the Wi-Fi password? What a nut job. If I thought someone was touching my kids, they would be greatly injured. And I wouldn't be staying in the home, which he also pointed out. Just give her the Wi-Fi password. This dude wants drama. That is actually not a bad interpretation of the video based on the info they had. Here's somebody correcting it, thankfully. Now once you scroll down far enough, you start to get the comments from like when the backstory came out and people correcting. This is typical narcissism, the subtle jabs, the provoking her and then filming her when she... Oh, here's a good comment. When she gets upset to make her look crazy, withholding a utility that she probably helped pay for and trying to paint her as crazy, then threatening to falsely accuse her of sexual assault and to call the police because you refuse to give her the password to a utility she pays for. Notice, by the way, he literally falsely threatens to call the police and claim sexual assault in the video at the end. Granted, she did it first, as far as you would know watching the video without the context, but then he does it at the end. All right, we'll finish it off with this last comment. Dudes, just try the gay thing. It's so much more relaxing. Many are saying this. But, like, guys, I hope you understand why this segment was so important. You understand, right? Like, that video did an amazing job at warping everyone's perspective of the victim. And when the actual backstory behind it was just downright gut-churning. My point is that I hope that people out there who have this tendency to over-fear the idea of women lying about rape or sexual assault in order to get them in some way, I hope you guys know that, like, it's not it's not really a thing that happens. It's a thing that happens in the same way that, like, airliner plane crashes happen, you know? Like, they happen, and it's definitely awful that they do, but you're actually pretty fucking safe flying on a commercial airplane. Unless it's like Spirit or something, you know, you guys know. But, like, yeah, it's one of those things, right? Like, I guess it's okay to have the irrational fear as long as you control it, but if you allow that fear, to, in the case of airplanes, to prevent you from ever traveling outside of your home state and seeing the world, or you allow that fear, in the case of dating, to prevent you from having a happy, fulfilling relationship, and you're literally, that's the fear, like, come on. You're just hurting yourself. You are literally just hurting yourself.